Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, Lala, and I'm back with another pro hooper. This is Josh Reaves. Josh, introduce yourself.
I'm Josh Reaves from Fairfax, Virginia. This is my fourth year pro. Went to Penn State University for 4 years. Um, yeah, I mean, it's played two-way my rookie year out with the Dallas Mavericks. Played in the G League the year afterwards. Went overseas. Played a little bit overseas this past year, and now I'm back in the G League, just trying to just get myself back together, my career. So that's pretty much me where I'm at right now.
Okay, so starting, let's go all the way back to childhood. Where you from, and how many siblings were you raised with, and who raised you? And then when was your first encounter with basketball?
So I have one older brother. He's 29 now. Uh, he played football, so it wasn't an easy childhood. Growing up with him, he's a lot bigger than me. But I mean, I've been ever since I can remember. I've been playing basketball. Growing up, I'm half Bolivian, so my family was big into soccer, so I played basketball and soccer growing up my entire life, and it was really my dad who got me started because he played in college. My mom played in college too, but my dad was really the one that took me to courts to go play after school and stuff like that. So those are the really main people that got me into the sport. But I would say who raised me, given it's a Hispanic family, I would say my grandma. She uh, she was the first one to come over to the states from Bolivia. Brought my mom over, my uncle, and just put her head down and started working for the family to provide for them. And thankfully for her, we're still here. And that's it's pretty much my childhood. Just being with her, my brother, my cousins, just being all brought up in one area. So we were all close as kids, and family. Everybody goes on their separate paths at one
Yeah,
point. But yeah, my grandma definitely just is the one that brings us all together.
that's what's up. So grandma's a breadwinner. Grandma's MVP.
Oh, easily, easily. Whatever grandma wants, grandma gets.
Shout out to grandma. All right. So, what was it like growing up in your city
I mean,
before high school?
before high school, I mean, it was easy. Like I'm from a really good area. My mom was able to work a lot and enough to put me and my brother in good situations. So it was just pretty much just basketball and soccer growing up.
Mhm.
I don't know how she was able to do it, managing my brother playing football and basketball, me playing soccer and basketball. Like she would shuffle, drive, however long the distance was to get us to practice, to games and tournaments on weekends and stuff like that. So it was,
Dedication.
yeah, it was just constant for her. And when we lost my dad when I was 6 in
Mhm.
2003, so it was a lot for her to take on that role. It was a lot for her to just be that person for the both of us and not break, like not crack
Mhm.
through that all that pressure. And thankfully, we had family that could help. My grandma lived with us back then, and she still does, and just helps around and when she can. So that's pretty much how my childhood was. It was just school, practice, school, another sport, practice, weekends, wherever we had to go. My mom got us. She took us through three different cars. That's how much she drove.
Wow.
Yeah, the last truck that she had, GMC Denali,
Hmm.
just stopped working as of recent. Like, but that car, AAU tournament, she was taking Texas and back. I had my
That's the
brother.
bus, school bus. Huh?
It was bad. My brother had to go to Philadelphia for football.
Wow.
Like my mom was. We were driving. Like that's all. That's pretty much how my childhood was. Just sports and just always in a car, always going somewhere.
Dang, y'all did it big. I'm thinking, it's maybe like youth football and it's, in the area, but you going state to state. Like
Yeah,
that's big.
there was one. I remember specifically. There was one weekend. My brother had to go up to West Virginia for like a football camp,
Mhm.
and my mom drove from West Virginia to Virginia to get me to take me to Maryland. I played my game. We went back to West Virginia to pick my brother up, and then I had another game afterwards.
Wow.
We were just going just at all times. And I mean, look, I love my mom to death. I don't know how she did it. But I don't know if I could do it to this day. But like she was just a trooper.
Especially how gas is nowadays. Mm.
And,
Hey, you owe mom gas money for real,
oh, I take care of moms. I take care of my dudes now.
as you should. As you
Yeah.
should. All right. So when you got to high school, what was that like being a basketball team? You tried out freshman year.
So I went to private school all 4 years, but my
Okay.
first year, like I kind of got like recruited to go to this school. Um, I actually I barely played. I barely played. I was better at soccer than I was basketball, pretty much my entire life. But I just loved basketball like way more. Like I went through more. Like I struggled more. I built more friendships there,
Yeah.
and that was the year where I just stopped playing soccer. Like I played my freshman year, but after that I just couldn't do it anymore. Like I didn't have that same passion when I was a kid.
Hmm.
So I just put everything into basketball. And my freshman year, I barely played. Like I was like eighth, ninth man off the bench,
Hmm.
get garbage minutes at the end of quarters and a halves. Sophomore year, I transferred to another school. I barely played then. I was behind a senior and another kid who was my grade, who was like top 25, top 20 in the country in his position. Yeah, so like I was going through it like mentally. I didn't know if I wanted to play anymore. Like I wanted
Hmm.
to. Or there was multiple conversations with my mom, like if this is what I wanted to do. So I was really just down, and then my junior year came, and I was playing, I was starting. Um, I just put my head down and worked. I ended up being first team all Met, like in the area. We won states, we won conference, we won like the Catholic League in the area. Like we won everything. We think we won like 31-6 that year,
Hmm.
and it was one of my AAU coach, who name's Corey Alexander. He went to UVA, went to Oak Hill, went to UVA, and then played in the NBA for a little. He was my AU coach for U16, and he brought me. And he pretty much just helped me like make a pathway to. Then for my senior year, I transferred to Oak Hill. I played there for my senior year and committed to Penn State. But that senior year, I think definitely changed my entire mentality about basketball. Like I didn't get cocky with it because like I went to Oak Hill, like that's a big, prestigious high school, and like a lot of NBA players have been there. But like I learned how to like went to school, had practice. We'd go eat, and then we'd come back and just be in the gym for hours, just playing pickup
Wow.
drills. Like we didn't have to be back into our dorms until like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Hmm.
So from like 3 to 9, we were just playing pickup constantly, all day, every day.
This is high school.
Yeah, it's a boarding school, so like we were
It's like
like,
college, kind of.
yeah, essentially like we would just be there all day, every day, just in the gym, just playing pickup, just working out, just hanging out with each other.
So,
And we ended up getting to the national championship game that year. We lost in the championship, but we like it just taught me how to just shift gears. Like, yeah, I
mm,
knew I was athletic. I was more athletic than people in high school. I knew that I out hustle people like because I wanted to more. But like when you play at that level against like we had 10 players on our team, but we had 10 high Division 1 players.
Mm-hmm.
Like on my team, we had Florida State, Miami, Iowa, Penn State, Ohio State, Missouri, Creighton, um, Wake Forest. Like we, Iowa State. Like we had a bunch of guys that just
Dang.
and just going against that every single day. Like games became easy. Like games,
Mm-hmm.
we knew how to push each other. We knew how to compete against each other, and we just knew how to just enjoy it. Like this, it's a journey that you're never gonna go on twice. Like so, we just knew how to enjoy the experience. I'm still friends with a lot of my teammates from that time. Like I was just on FaceTime with one of them yesterday for like an hour and a half, just talking
Mm-hmm.
about life, about what he's doing, about what I'm doing. Like so that's definitely it's definitely something that I wouldn't do again because it was in the middle of nowhere. But
Hey, at least you're real.
nah, like it. So I went back there this summer to go like just work out there because my friend who played with me there, he's an assistant there now.
Oh, dope. You got
Yeah,
the blood.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they hooked me up a little bit. They hooked
Yeah.
me up but yeah, I just went back there and I just could all of the memories came flooding back of just being a
Oh,
kid, like just
memory lane.
yeah, just being a kid, just going out there and just living in the gym. They tore down the dorm though that I lived in.
Oh, that hurt your heart.
Nah, because it needed to be torn down. Like that thing was busted.
Oh,
like
did they renovate it? They just tore it down and built another one, or what?
they tore it down, but they put so like it was called Gold Team Dorm. So like that
Okay.
was like our team lived in that place.
Oh,
So we had 10 players and a dorm parent that lived with us, and like that was the house that like everybody lived in. Like KD, Melo, like Nolan,
oh wow.
Ty Law, like everybody lived in that house. And that place was had one washing machine, like 2 showers. The
Mm.
bathrooms were right next to each other. Like you could be using the bathroom and like have a full conversation with somebody. There was no privacy.
Mm-mm.
There was rats going in and out during the winter. Like
Oh, not the rats.
yeah, it was a struggle, but like we just
That was
just went.
home though, right?
I would say home. I would say
I mean, as a student, like, and that's your place of comfort with the rats.
nah. It was like I mean we enjoyed it. Like we embraced like the struggle of it all. But like I said, would I do it again? No. But like do
Yeah,
I enjoy the experience that I had there? Absolutely.
I feel you with that for sure.
Yeah.
All right, so you graduate high school. Well, first of all, I forgot to ask you, how tall are you, and what position do you play now?
6'4". In the team I'm in now, I play 1 through 4. Well, we switch 1 through 5, so I guard 1 through 5. So I don't know what
Confusion.
my teammates say I'm a point guard, but I'm not. I think I'm a 3 man, so I'm just gonna say 3.
Okay,
Yeah,
listen,
we'll go with that. Just a solid answer.
you you really, I don't think you 6'4". You might be eye to eye. I think you might be 6'2", maybe. I feel like you.
There we go again with the disrespect.
It's probably just the hair. It's
No,
probably just the hair.
I'm 6'4", 6'4", 6'5" when the hair. You remember when my hair was up here?
You had a hood on, and the all I saw was forehead. I didn't even see. You feel
I
me?
was
So you just
I was because I didn't get a cut out overseas for like
you
7
kept
months.
the hood on the whole
Yeah.
time.
I knew I didn't get a cut for 7 months. I just didn't trust anybody out there, so I was there looking rough.
And you know when you put your pockets in your hood, so your pockets in your hoodie, so your the top can just stay down.
Yep, yep. I know that. Yep, I did that on purpose.
I'm dead. Hey, that's funny. Them Turkish girls would not have cared. Trust me. But okay, so from high school to college, you said you got a scholarship to Penn State.
Mm.
What was that like transitioning from high school to college and like the way they played the game, and what was the biggest, like, I guess, adjustment that you had?
It was so I ended up going. I graduated. I remember this. I graduated high school May 14th. I moved in to Penn State the next day. Like I moved into my dorm the next day. I was there summer session, like still 17 years old, like,
A baby.
but like it because of the school, because of going to Oak Hill and competing against those type of guys, the only thing that I feel like I didn't have was the maturity and the strength because I learned how to work. I didn't lift as much, but when I got to college, I had to. Like it was mandatory. I got to college at like 180, like
Mm.
6'4", 180. Like I was 3% body fat. Like I was tiny,
Mhm.
but like I put on 15 pounds in the summer, just
Oh, wow.
lifting for those 2 summer sessions, eating a lot, just lifting, eating a lot, lifting. And I went into the season, I was 215. Like I was just my weight for all throughout college.
Okay, big jump compared to high school.
Yeah, it was a major change. It wasn't that hard to like navigate the weight change, but it was definitely necessary because I was known as like a defensive guy, like a high energy guy. Like I'm gonna do what I need to do to get stops, steals, deflections, rebounds, dive on the floor, take charges. Like I've always been known as that guy.
Mhm.
So, like that was the biggest adjustment was just being able to handle the physicality.
Yeah.
So we like our philosophy was like we're going to be the hardest playing team in our conference. And the Big Ten is
Mhm.
not it's not an easy feat in the Big Ten. We got
Yeah.
Michigan, Purdue, like Nebraska, Maryland. Like we're going against like really like high level teams. So that was our thing, and that summer we were conditioned. Like we could run for days, and
Did you like running?
I did. Yeah, now no, now not so much. 24. Like
That's that soccer background that got you used to it.
yeah, I mean, I can like if I had to, I could run. I could run for days if I had to.
Mhm.
But like how my mentality's changed and the game is a lot slower. Like in college, like the high school to college, it's like high school, everybody's just running around. Like everybody's like competing, but like
Yeah.
it's a little structured, but like they kind of eventually just let you play.
Mhm.
College, getting into a system is difficult. Like it's hard to fit into a system when you're known. In the past, you've been in high school scoring 30 points a game. You're doing this, that, and the other. Like when you go into a system, like you're not going to be taking that many shots anymore. Like, well, it depends on the player, but like you're like if you go into like a Michigan State type of system, you're going to shoot max like 15 shots, max.
Mm.
Like they move the ball around. Like they have a lot of talented individuals. Like they have a lot of guys that can score, a lot of guys that know how to go off ball screens, a lot of guys that are athletic and get to the rim, bigs that can seal, bigs that can shoot. Like it took us a while to be able to compete with those type of teams, but we ended up like getting there. Like we were able to just out hustle a lot of people because that's
Mhm.
what we did every day. We were in practice. The coach would have a ball rack. He would just start launching balls around the gym and just calling names. We had to go chase
Oh,
the ball down, dive, get up, get the ball, hand the ball back to him, and then get back in line because he might call.
oh
Yeah,
wow.
he could be like Josh, and I have to go get that one first. Go
Um,
get that one, bring it back, get
you
right,
have to dive for it.
huh?
You have to dive for it
It was called dive drill. Like that's the point of it. Like you gotta like it don't matter if the ball is against the wall.
in the bleachers.
You gotta learn how to like protect yourself. You gotta learn how to dive, to slide, to be able to withstand playing in that tough of a conference.
Hmm.
And I like my freshman year, I didn't play well. I didn't. I shot horribly, but I was just known for just getting downhill, getting to the basket, getting steals, getting deflections, transition dunks,
Hmm.
and then my
As a
sophomore
freshman?
as a freshman, yeah,
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, I was averaging like 6, so that was just all layups, floaters. That was all I did, and just play defense.
Whatever you can do.
Huh?
So you're doing whatever you can do.
I just wanted to play. I was like, I'm willing to do whatever I need to do to play. If I have to run the one, cool. If I have to guard the 5, cool. If I have to chase some guard that doesn't dribble but shoots 45% from three around triple staggers, cool.
Ooh,
That was just my mentality through. Well, that's still my mentality when it comes to basketball. But like, I'm just want to play. Like, I want to contribute to winning.
Lord.
And we didn't start winning really until my junior year. And that's when we had a lot. We had the talent, we had the athleticism, the people that could block shots, people that could score in any which way. We had like a 6'5" point guard posting up everybody.
Wait a minute. Right.
Yeah, like we had a bunch of guys that just a bunch of gritty guys from Philly, we just honed in our talents and everybody did what they had to do. We ended up winning the NIT at the end.
Right.
We beat Utah in the championship. Like, we were just ecstatic to be there. Like, we were
So
just,
y'all were lit. That's
yeah,
crazy.
it was an MSG. Like, everybody came to play. Everybody was hooping. Like, we just didn't miss a beat. Like, everybody knew what they had to do, and we knew when to attack. We knew how to read each other. We just been doing this for so long. Like,
The IQ level was there, huh? And y'all all on the same page with like similar mindsets, right?
yeah, it's
That's
hard.
good to have.
It's hard to get to that level of just like, yo, like I know exactly what he's gonna do. It's just,
At any level of basketball, you know.
yeah, it's hard, but like
Industry.
it takes a lot of time and discipline and work just to be able to figure out like what is our offense, what's gonna work, what is our defense, how are we gonna exploit this, how are we gonna exploit that. I want to become a coach one day. I, that stuff is a headache. Dealing with 18 to 22-year-olds, they're everybody's emotions, everybody's pride, this, that, and the, like it's a lot. I commend our coaching staff for how they handled us and what they did for us that year. Like, we just put our heads down, stop complaining, and just work.
Yeah, coaches definitely do a lot. I couldn't. I don't know. I want to coach, but I don't know about college, and I don't want to coach like babies. So it better be some real good high school hoopers. Like it got to be real specific in order for me to like. Yeah, but anyways, because
I,
well, what would you say?
I hear you. I hear you.
Yeah, man. Because in high school, it's like, well, when you go from high school to college, in high school, you know, you're good, and then you go to college, and that's where everybody was the best player, you know.
Yeah.
So then you gotta really humble yourself and like lock into what the coach wants and be able to be coachable, or you're not playing.
Yeah.
You ain't getting far with it, you know. So it's just like you competed in high school with the high school level. Now you're in the college level when you compete with your teammates, and then you compete against other teams. So it's like, where really do I stand in this league? You know? So yeah,
It's different nowadays. It's different. You don't play one year, you just hit that portal.
yeah, I
Play
know.
some.
It's yeah.
We toughed it out.
They got NILs and all that. They started getting that a year after I graduated. I'm like, bruh, I was
Hey,
signing all them shirts for free. Run me my money. What do you
hey,
mean?
I was sick. Like, I left 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So like the portal wasn't a big thing. NIL wasn't a thing. Like, as soon as I leave, Penn State gets a new gym, like a new practice gym, new weight room, new locker room, new trainer room. People getting paid now. People getting endorsements. I'm like, bro, people living off campus. I'm like, where was this?
I'm a freshman.
Nah, like freshmen got to stay in the freshman
I'm about
dorm
to say,
first.
no, stop it. Okay.
Sophomore, juniors, I was on campus. I was right by the gym.
Mm, dang. Yes. It's a different world now, man. It's real different. Kids are. They giving a lot. They don't even understand. I'm like, y'all so just unappreciative of the life that you have because we have
Right?
to fight.
It's crazy.
I
Could you
can't.
imagine getting the NIL?
No.
They would
That's
have
why
had
I'm just shocked. Like y'all would do that after we leave. Like
they would have had to stop me. I would have got NILs from the barber shop. I would have done whatever.
promoting bacon over here. Like this is my favorite Farmer John with Farmer Boys, whatever it's called.
Like, man,
Anything. Catch me on every commercial. Pay me. I
I don't
got
even,
a year.
I don't even say a word. I'll just be in the back, like
And there's Josh. Money right there. That's
easy.
it. Man. All right. So your senior year, what was that like going into the pros? How'd you hear about when did you first like hear about playing overseas and when were you interested?
So my senior year was rough. Like we did okay. We had an okay like non-conference.
Okay.
We were we were like we were above 500, but like I could just tell it was going to be a little rocky. And then we got into non-conference, and we were abysmal. Like we started 0-10, and like I really thought like like this this pro stuff is not like I'm not gonna make it. Like I don't
Were they
have.
close games at least, or are they just like blowout?
They were close, but like like the momentum of the games, we weren't gonna win.
Okay.
Like we just like we were just like deflated, like defeated towards like
Anyways, yeah.
3-4 minutes left. But like I really thought like I'm not being like I'll get 9 to 5, like 0-10. Like how senior I'm the like one of two seniors that are playing right now. Like how does this look on me like as a leader? Like people aren't gonna appreciate like the stuff that I can do because we're losing and like nobody cares and stuff. So we ended up our last 10 Big Ten games we won 7 out of 10. Just something flipped and we just started winning. And then we lost second round of the Big Ten tournament, and then that was it. That was the career was over.
You
And
made it though.
I mean, I made it, but like I was confused on like I didn't know what was next. Like
Yeah.
I was still talking with agents and trying to figure out like what agency I'm going to go with. Um, didn't know if the NBA was a thing or overseas was a thing or what my path was. So I kind of just went into it just like lost. Like I didn't have like I think I had my senior year I averaged like 10, 5, and 3 and like 2 steals. So like I was like I don't have the stats to like people aren't gonna notice and what I'm doing. So like
Mhm.
let's just see how it goes. And I met with a few agents and the agency that I'm still with him.
Oh
Um,
wow.
he told me that like this is where you are and this is like the plan that we have for you. So like if we can get you like into this, it was like a senior invitational, um,
Mm-hmm.
and I ended up going. I did really well. Like I played well. Like we ended up going to the playoffs, and it's called Portsmouth. So
Okay.
I ended up doing that, and I got like all Portsmouth team, and like
This is after your season, but you're still in college
yeah,
senior year.
it was like a week before finals week.
Okay, okay.
So like I had to do all that, and like I was meeting with different teams that were like I think I met with like 13, 14 different NBA teams and like the people that were there, and I felt like things started moving in a positive direction for me.
Yeah.
And then pre-draft came along, like after school and everything. So like that summer, I was going all over the place doing pre-draft. I think I had 19 pre-draft workouts.
Mm.
Um, Like there was one time I did the Lakers pre-draft and the Clippers pre-draft, and then I flew all the way back home. But I was doing pre-draft in Atlanta, so I flew all the way back to Atlanta. I, you don't have service, but when I landed, I got service. Then my agent, yo, like Golden State wants to bring you for a pre-draft.
What?
So I go from LA back to Atlanta.
Mm.
I sleep in my like one of my boys' cribs for like 3 hours. Wake up, go
Mm-hmm.
back to the airport, fly all the way back out to LA. Like it was a lot. It was a lot, but like I was doing well in those. Like I was talking to them, everybody was very positive and responding to like the things I was doing in like those workouts. I built a lot of friendships in those workouts. I had a lot of workouts with the same people because that was our plan. Like
Yeah.
our plan was like we're gonna find like the guys that are in my position and like the people that do the things that I do.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna compete against them. We're gonna try to be in those as many workouts with those guys as possible to try to show that I can do what they may have a higher name than me. They may have went to a better school and have a better rep, but like I can compete with those people as well. So
Yeah.
that was a big thing that my agent was harping on me about. Just compete. Like you're not going to make every shot, and that's okay. You're not going to get every stop, and that's okay. But just play hard. Go through
Right.
the drills.
So wait, I got a question about the pre-draft. Was that? Did you get those? I guess offers because you did the individual thing after your senior year, or was it because of your senior year that you got that, or was
It
it
was
your agent that got you there?
because I was draft eligible. I was able to be like invited to go work out for different teams. So I was so after my senior year, I signed with my agent, and then I went to Atlanta to go like work out, like to try to get in shape, try to prepare myself for these pre-draft workouts. And so for about like a month and a half, 2 months, I was just flying back and forth from city to city, working out for different teams. And it was all because I was able to be possibly drafted, or because I didn't have any more years in college. So it came down to draft day. So I was out there just working, flying back and forth, working out, flying back and forth, and then draft day came. I was projected late second to undrafted, and I ended up going undrafted. And I got a call around like 1:30 in the morning from my agent. He was like, "Yo, like Dallas really loved you, and they were gonna sign you to a two-way." So that was my first contract that I got. I got a two-way with the Mavericks. Yeah, I didn't know what to do with myself. I was as confused as everybody.
How old were you when you got the 2A?
22.
22. 2A, 22 with the 2A. Okay.
Like I was like I didn't know like what came from it, like what was all the ordeal about everything, and so like I was just went in, just play hard. Just don't care what's the objective, what's the goal. You just play hard. Went to summer league. So summer league was a thing. I played really well in summer league.
Where
Um,
was it at?
huh?
Where was the summer league?
Vegas,
Okay. Is
Vegas
it
summer.
always in Vegas? I feel like it's always in Vegas.
It is, yeah. There's one. There used to be one in Orlando, and then there's one in Utah,
Mm.
and there's a bit no there now. Yeah, there used to be one in Vegas, and there used to be one in Orlando. I think the Orlando one's not a thing anymore, but like a few teams in Cali, like Sacramento, Warriors, LA, and I don't know who else is in it, but they have like this little thing in Utah, and then everybody comes to Vegas
Okay.
for the summer league.
Well, how was your the first 2A thing? Like, what was that experience like? You remember the first practice?
Yeah,
No.
so I remember training camp. I remember the first practice. I remember the first time I got called up. The first minutes I got, I was everything just like stopped. Everything like slowed down.
Wow.
But like when it came to practice, I was just out there just playing hard, running, sprinting, doing whatever I can to try to just
Everything.
yeah, just like look what I know, like I know what I'm doing. But
Yeah.
inside, I was terrified. Like I didn't know what to do. Like, we were in training camp with me, my other two-way, JJ Barea, Courtney Lee, and Boban Marjanovic. Like that was the five that we had to play with. I'm over here. They're telling me, "Yo, go guard Luca." I'm just like, "All right." Like, what? Like, I don't know. Like, all right, cool. Like
What was that like? Your experience?
that boy right there. He's different.
Yeah.
Luca's different. That's one of the dudes like you just can't figure out because he just has a lot of things in his bag. Like he can go left, he can go right, he can pull up left, step back left, go right, post you up, mid range game, 1 foot fade away, shoot from
No matter
wherever.
what size you are, huh?
Huh?
No matter what size you are, you find a way.
Don't matter.
He's like that character in like the combat what's that little combat fighting games. You just be doing this with the sticks. They be doing like anything, everything, but you be winning.
He be winning. He be working. He just has a complete game, and it was just so difficult. But like there were times where I would get a stop, and my like we would all go back on offense, and like I would just standing there like what did I just do? So I tried to like replicate it, like try to do it again, and he had a different move.
Okay.
Completely different. He would bait it and then just do something completely different. And I was just like, yeah, you got it, dude.
Ain't no scouting report on that game. Just play. Good luck. I was just gonna say this, but good luck.
No, but like my first time I checked into a game was against Brooklyn, and like it was like minute 45 left, 2 minutes left, and they started pressing because they were down. And I get the ball because Luca's passing the ball in the inbounds. He gives me the ball. I give that ball right back.
You didn't shot fake. You just.
It was full course. I got the ball. I gave him the ball right back. I sprinted to that corner. I was like, yo, my job done. Go do your thing. Yo, got this. We up right now. I'm gonna go stand in this corner. We're good.
Yeah.
The cool thing about him is that like I wasn't expecting this, but like he was like, yo, like he was dribbling the ball up the court and he was like, yo, come get it. Handed me the ball and just walked to the corner.
Oh Lord.
So like I'm standing there like damn. Like whew.
Yo, Luca gives you the ball and you just what you do, freeze?
Nah, like so I looked around because I had the ball like top of the key, like a little bit.
In slow motion.
Yeah, and I look at one of my teammates, who is Dwight Powell. I look at him, he looks at me and he goes, so I started dribbling, I took a little breath, and he came set a ball screen, and I wasn't allowed to shoot middies. Like that's not my game. It's not something I like to do, but like that's not something they incorporated. Yeah. So I was wide open at the free throw line. I came off that ball screen, I was wide open. I was like, I can't shoot this. So I shot a floater from the free throw line. Boy, when I almost airballed that thing right there, boy, I was whoo.
To go in?
Oh, hit the rim, went right down.
The bottom of the rim?
Oh, it was scary. I thought I airballed. I was like, yo.
He floated. He wasn't floating nothing. He hit the bottom of the rim.
It was flat. It was flat because I was
that ain't no floater.
Nervous. I knew I couldn't shoot a jumper, so I was like,
Hey, you know that meme with the Grinch and he's like,
yeah, that's like I forced it, and I was like, yeah, that's no good right there.
Oh, I can imagine the nerves.
But I didn't. So throughout that year, I played in a few more games that season, and then that was COVID year, so like the whole season stopped and everything. Everybody had to go home, and I ended up going to the bubble with the team. Mm-hmm. I ended up scoring my first. I ended up scoring my first bucket there. But the bubble was cool. I liked it. Like it was just everybody just did their thing. Like you're not going to be going out and about, but like if you were a golfer, you could go golf. Like if you wanted to go fishing, you could go fishing. Like, there was a pool. There was like, just nice restaurants right there. Like the team meals we had. I was me all that. When I'm calm and relaxed, I just play video games.
Mhm.
I just clear my mind out, play video games, talk to my friends. I just chill.
Mhm.
I don't like going out. I don't like doing that stuff anymore. So I was really just relaxed. And then I ended up scoring on a back cut against Utah. And it didn't register with me that I scored because I was like losing. Let me get back on defense. So I scored a reverse layup and I just sprinted back.
As you should.
Yeah, I'm trying to be locked in. I was
Yeah.
not trying to live in the moment because
Yeah.
for me, I would have.
Stuck, just looking at the rim like, let me get back.
Did that?
All right.
But yeah, like we ended up we lost the game, but we were down big, and then we ended up coming back towards the end. Um, but yeah, it was just such a surreal moment for me. Like I was just like, damn, like like a year ago, like I was 0-10 in the Big Ten. Like didn't know if my career was gonna go anywhere. Like didn't know if professional sports was gonna be a thing for me, and like I just scored.
Mhm.
It was just a big shock for me. Like my family all called me and texted me afterwards, and then like it's something like I'm like I said earlier, I'm Bolivian. Like I'm half Bolivian. Like nobody knew that until I scored, and then people were
Oh.
like, "Who is that?" And then all of Bolivia blew up for a little bit.
Oh, now you're the Bolivian hero.
Yeah, that's how it was for a little. I was like, I didn't. I thought everybody knew this. Like, I didn't. Like it's in my bio. like it's a
Yeah.
flex. I thought like, all right, like I guess now I'm Bolivian. So
Now you're really Bolivian.
yeah, I've had dual citizenship since I was 17. Like that was a big thing. Like I went to go play FIBA over there for like trying to qualify for the World Cup. It was like I don't know, like ever since like basketball has taken me in so many different journeys and different places in my life. I really like when people say like I don't know what I would do without basketball. Like I really have no idea. Like I've traveled to across the world. I went over the waters, Turkey. I played a game in Germany, France, Lithuania, um, Spain. Like I went to I just like, played in Chile, played in Bolivia. Like I've never I don't know what I would do without basketball.
Right.
Like I'm just very grateful for like the opportunities that I've been given, and thankfully enough that I've capitalized on a lot of them, and just continue. I'm still doing it. I'm still trying to live the dream and play the sport and
You're
just
still
continue.
young.
Yeah, I mean I'm
You did a lot.
not old. For my team, I'm considered old. They call me OG now. I'm about to swing on 25 being called OG.
The world we live in today is crazy.
I
Nuts.
mean, like if you think about it, like if you look at the Rockets, like that's our parent club. Jalen Green, like Kevin Porter Jr. They're young. Josh Chris, like Alperen Şengün, young. Like they're a young team.
Mhm.
Like, it's weird, like 25 being an old head in the organization.
Not at all. There's not at all. It's just the team that you have, I guess. That's not old.
It's not like so before this I was in Turkey, like before this season, like right before this season, and I was one of the youngest dudes on the team. I was with Tyler Ennis. Like I was just joking around with him, calling him old. Like I'm here now I'm old.
Two different worlds.
Like crazy. That's
That's
just
nothing.
how it is. Like overseas, everybody's a lot older, everybody's a lot wiser. That's some years on them. The experience is different. Going into practice is different. It's just a completely different atmosphere.
So, when was your first contract actually overseas? Was it after the Maverick thing? Or that was your first year?
That was my first year. So I did the Mavericks and the G League bubble. I did that right afterwards.
Okay.
And after that, I went to Turkey. So yeah, year
Right.
3 Turkey, and that was an experience in its own. That was
Please do tell.
so. I mean, we had a really talented team. We
No.
we were we had a bunch of young. Like we were young in a sense. Like the Americans that we brought over, we had Dietrich Lawson, Jordan Bone, Trayvon Blewett, uh, Rondé Hollis Jefferson, Isaiah Whitehead. Like we had a really talented team.
Mhm.
Uh, there were times where just like we didn't gel the way we wanted to, so like we ended up not making the playoffs that season, and like that was obviously a disappointment. But like injuries and stuff like that while overseas, like the facilities overseas, like it's not like where you'd want it, but like it's enough. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
just the minimum, the bare minimum.
Yeah, like we had like I'm not trying to like down like talk bad about like the organization, but like it was like our ice tubs were right next to the showers. Like they were just big trash cans, like right next to the showers.
Hmm.
We had a pretty nice, like, we had a pretty nice like a training facility, like right next to the gym, and we were able to like fit, so like 6, 7 people in there get treatment. Like it was really good in that sense, like injury prevention and stuff. The weight room was kind of old, like it was the wood on the floor was ripping up, like
Okay.
weights were a little rusty, but like we it's enough, like it's enough to get by, like it's enough to do
Yeah.
what you do. If you want extra work, you can get extra work. Like there's just nothing but time. Um, Living by myself and being away from my family like that. I mean, I've been doing that since forever. Like, I host family my freshman year of high school. Went to boarding school 6 hours away.
Right. Yeah. You do this.
Yeah, like I'm used to being by myself, being alone, like away from them. But like I know a lot of people aren't. Like I know a lot of people like when I was in the G League bubble, I had a teammate. He was like, "Yeah, like I have an offer to go overseas, but like I just don't like. I'm afraid of flying. Like, I don't want to be like. I have really high anxiety. Like, I don't want to be away from my family. Like, I have kids here. Like, I have a girl. Like, it's just stressful. Like, there's a lot of different
Mhm.
into it, and like people a lot of people don't think about it. They just think like, oh, just a basketball player. Like, just he's just doing his job. But like, there's a lot of things that you're missing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I have one of my teammates, Dietrich, is in like Korea playing.
Hmm.
When he's waking up on the other side of the world, like people are doing completely other things. Like
Yeah.
so that time period of like being able to communicate with your own family is difficult.
They're like a 2 hour time frame, and that's it.
Yeah, like
So either
the
you lose sleep or they lose sleep. Mine is a 9 hour difference, and I could complain, but there's times I have enough time to talk to my family. But over there, for his,
you got a few,
you,
and
and
like
that's if you're not busy.
exactly constantly traveling. Like we were in the Turkish league and we were playing Champions League, so we just had games, just
Wow.
games, and then towards the end when we didn't make the top 16 in Champions League, we didn't make the playoffs, so we just had one game a week, going to practice, just chilling, really, just get shots up, get some conditioning in,
Hmm.
plays, see y'all tomorrow.
Dang.
So it was really just rough. So we were just we a lot. I think Trayvon got it. Trayvon went to I think Germany
Hmm.
like during the season. Jordan went to Spain. Rondé left to go play in the league in Puerto Rico. Isaiah got hurt.
Dang. What he
Uh,
hurt?
yeah, I think he broke something in his foot. Something in his foot.
Girl?
I think he broke his foot. So there was a bone in his foot. Some dude, he was cooking one game. He was going crazy. And then some dude, he shot a three, and the dude walked under him. is overseas. You know, the Americans get cooking. You know, people start getting a little bit more
You
physical.
be on his highlight. Yes, you're gonna be on his highlight mixtape. Yeah.
And they don't want to be on the across the waters. They don't want to be on that page.
It is what it is.
But yeah, I mean, but then it was just me and Dietrich left, and we were just like, let's just enjoy it. Let's just see how things go. Just play. And then I ended up getting hurt, and then Dietrich ended up getting hurt.
This is like Final Destination. Golly.
Yeah, it was just picking them off one by one. But then the season ended. I got back home, and I just didn't know what I was doing. Like I was overseas. Like when I was with that team, I was like the defender. Like I was the guy that like whoever I need to guard, cool, let me guard them. Yeah. Whoever's getting hot, let me guard them. So I was doing that the whole time, and they weren't really worried about me scoring because we had all those guys. Like
right.
People played in the league. People really really consistent scorers. Like so that's what I was. My job was go play defense. You score.
Right.
So I was, but in the back of my head, I was like, damn, I don't have the numbers to be trying to keep going up and up and up in overseas life. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is overseas. Like it's a performance-based league. That's just how the NBA is. That's how just sports is. Like if you're doing well, you play well consistently, you're gonna be rewarded for it.
Mm-hmm.
So now this year, I started off with a team in the Turkish league again, Tofaş. Things didn't work out there, so like I missed training camp for the G League team here, and now we're in the middle of the season now. One of the oldest dudes on the team, I'm getting like 15, 20 minutes a game. I think it's bumping up a little bit more because we got some injuries and stuff going on. But basketball is like just constant, just up and down, and injuries can prevent you from doing things. I got here, I was a little bit overweight, and I'm starting to slim down again and just play. And there's so much that goes into this game, man. Yeah. The dedication you have to put into it, the hours, the sacrifices.
Discipline.
Like it's fun. Like the highs are highs when it comes to basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting shots, getting a little post up, they can't stop you in the post.
Yeah.
Highs are highs. But man, there are times where it's like things just aren't going right. Shots aren't going in. Can't get a stop at the end of a game.
Then you question yourself, like, what am I doing wrong? Who am I? All that comes to self-doubt. And it's just like I was going through something like that myself, and then I found out it wasn't me this whole time. And I was like, I really could have stopped, and just been like, yo, what's the real problem? But instead, I was looking at stats, my stats and stuff, and I'm just like, yo, I'm a big, I can't get myself the ball. But defensively, I can control that, Yeah. So I just started looking at the other team stats, like, hey, baby girl didn't score not one time against me. You feel me? So like I started priding myself on that. Like, hey, you can't get yourself the ball, but what you can do is play defense. So what do you do that way? So I found the positive in it, but there's still times it kind of just naturally comes. If you're not playing your game, you know your worth. You know what kind of player you are, and you not living up to who you are is. It's difficult when things don't go your way, but you just gotta accept like that's life. Period.
Yeah. My coach told me when I was young, like, yo, if you're not hitting your shot, find a way to contribute. Mm. Your energy, your effort, your leadership on this team, like, find a way to contribute. So I was buckle down and start locking people up. So that's what I was doing. Like, I was, yo. I was like, all right, okay. I'll do it. Anybody else?
You sure? You good? Right there. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
People got hot. Josh get them. I was like, all right. Josh let me contribute to helping us win. Like, let me do something. I mean, that's just part of the game. It takes a lot to figure that out. But I mean,
It's a big role to have too defensively. Your ankles got to be working. Them feet got to be quick. Like that cardio got to be up. That's a
up,
lot. That's a
up,
lot.
going double stagger into a handoff, going off two
And
more.
the screen just come out of nowhere. Bink, bink.
I learned overseas, like I could like weave through. Like I learned little techniques for I don't have to get screened. Yeah, I was in there
Bobby
popping like,
Wee.
yeah, I was out there moving through those screens and not getting hit, and I was doing really well for myself defensively for a while. I think there was like a 7 game span.
Mm,
There was like only 2 field goals made on me.
dang, that's crazy.
I was like just locked in. Didn't care about anything in the world, but like, yo, you're not scoring.
That's not on the stat sheet. They don't put those things on the stat sheet. They don't put how many stops you got in the road or
Never.
none of that. That's great. They need to. I'm about to make a petition. I'm serious. They need to put more on that. They can fit more on that damn paper or put some on the back. I don't care.
all them boxes, all them boxes y'all got over there. Just
Right, all them boxes. Like you want the plus or minus. Like no, let's put stops there. Like I don't even know what that means. I have no idea. And who puts the numbers? Like how you know plus 30? What does that even mean? I just know the plus is good and the negative ain't. So yeah.
nice.
Yeah. But okay, so you played with well, you've been around many, NBA players. Is there a specific player or a favorite player that you met or that you wanted to meet and you finally met and you're like, yo, that's so and so?
I think the one time I got like starstruck was I saw Dirk just casually just walking around the practice facility one day.
Mm.
I was just like, bro, you're retired, bro. Like, what you doing? Like, what
Yeah.
is like? And then I went up to him, just talked to him. I introduced myself, and he was like, yo, like they've been telling me about you. Like, keep doing like good work and just continue to put your head down and work. I was like, all right, cool, yeah, hey, I got you. You,
Mm.
Mr. Whiskey, like I got you, like no doubt. Like I
You
was,
said Derrick Rose.
huh?
Derrick Rose.
I
You
did
said
meet.
Derrick.
No, I said Dirk Nowitzki.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got a conversation.
yeah. Like I went, like he was just casually just walking around the practice facility. I was just like, dude, what the
Chilling.
what? And then I did meet. I played against Derrick Rose preseason.
Hmm.
Guard him. That was wild for me. I have a picture of it. Like I was shooting a three and he contested it, and I sent it to my brother immediately. You know,
Yeah.
he like if it, I've never heard my brother make that noise before, where he was just like completely speechless.
Baffled.
I was just like, dude, what? Like, I
Hmm.
played against Chris Paul. Like I had to guard him. Like I never thought in a million years that I would be in this situation, like where I was able to play against those type of people or just meet them in general. But I mean, I'm just very fortunate, very grateful for all that. And like the Mavs have a lot of like guys in the office that have played, like Michael Finley, Sean Marion used to come around, Nick Van Exel. Like they just got a bunch of guys in the org that's been in the organization that just want to just keep being around basketball.
Hmm.
So I'm just crazy to meet those type of people.
It's got to be hard to let go when you've been doing it for so long. You see these faces and you're in this element in this like community of basketball, and then it's like I'm done. I've
Yeah,
been doing it for so
I
long.
I have a teammate now, and he was like, "Yo, like once I'm done with basketball, y'all may never see me again. Like I'm gonna go on a farm somewhere, raise my family." And I was like, "Dude, what? I've been doing this since I was like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I just can't. Like I was like my friend that works at Oak Hill now. Like he has a player development like
Mhm.
just working kids out in the area.
Yeah.
Like he's training me like I'm working out, and then like he'll have like a group of kids come in, and like we're just me and him are just talking back and forth like what could these kids learn. Like I never thought I could possibly enter the player development aspect of basketball because I always just wanted to be a coach.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, like you just know how to communicate with people. You just know the game. You know how to talk to people. You know the right thing to do, like the right way to play basketball. So like that's definitely a field that you can go into. I was just like, dude, what are you talking about? I'm just having a conversation with a kid about a ball screen.
Yeah.
He was like, dude, that's player development. I'm just like, dude, oh, all right, whatever. Dude. Like, and like me and him still talk about it. He was like, yo, like if you're done, like, and I'm still over here coaching or wherever I'm coaching, like, dude, I got you. Like, we can do this. I was like, all right, hey, I love it. I'll take it. Like,
Yeah.
I just can't not be around the sport. It's just something I put too much into to
Yeah.
just stop. I'm doing this, what, 20 years?
Started at age 3. Damn.
What am I supposed to do? Just give it up?
Yeah.
Nah. I'm one of the coaches that's going to be drenched in sweat after the game, not have a voice, be excited.
You're gonna demonstrate everything like extra. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's how you do it. Got sweat dripping down. This player's just looking at you like, bro, it's cold in here. Like, you warmed up.
Right. Like, let's
You know,
go.
crazy coaches. Yeah. Hey, I feel like to be a coach, you got to be some type of crazy. Like, I had some, or a good coach. I had some coaches back in the day, insane, but they're great coaches. Like, taught me
Yeah.
the most of what I know today.
My coach in college, he was trying to like, we weren't diving on the floor. So like he was frustrated, like he was angry. So he just threw a ball out and then dove on it. Did not dive correctly. Landed on the ball, bounced up a little bit, landed back, bruised ribs. It was hilarious.
No, that's all that frustration beat his ass.
It was it was just like I don't know, like I have enough of that little bit of crazy. I just want to see the best out of people. Like I'm not a malicious dude. Like I'm not gonna be out here just like yo like sabotage shit. Like I just want the best out of people and of the sport. Like I don't want just I don't know. It's weird. Like I was like one of the kids my friend was training. Like the kid just we were playing 5-on-5 like that for the kids. Didn't pass the ball. I was like, dude, what? Do this like on other teams? He was like, no. Why are you doing it now?
Right.
Like, kid's wide open in the corner. Just pass the ball. He was like, all right. They ended up waxing the other team.
All right. It wasn't even thinking. Had you have never said that, he just would have been taking it the whole time.
I was like, dude, let's just play basketball correctly. And that's just the only way I see life. Let's just do it the right way.
Yeah. That's the biggest thing I think. Well, nowadays, because I coach high school in the summer, and like them girls, they're good. They're great players, and I like watching players, that come in and they don't really know. They're kind of like developmental players and stuff. They don't really know how to, make a layup, and they don't use their left hand. So I like taking my time and teaching them what a mic hand is, and how to shoot the ball against the backboard and what form shooting is like. I love that, and for them to progress. But some of them, it's hard when you got somebody and it's like, okay, they portray like they want to play ball, but they don't really have it. So it's like, well, damn, do I just continue to do my best in coaching them, even though they're not really coachable because they ain't stuck in their own ways? Or do I just let them do whatever and go focus on somebody else that actually wants to, get better? And then it's harder when you do it in groups too. So just like, that's a hard thing about it. But I could never not see myself being around basketball. Like I remember being injured one time, I hurt my ankle really bad in Turkey. And I was sitting at the practice, just sitting there with ice on my foot. And I'm looking at my foot and I'm looking at the court and I'm just like, bro, if I didn't have this, I was getting emotional. Like I wasn't even going. I'm just like, bro, if I didn't have this, bro, like, where would I be? I don't know. I don't want to know. You feel me? So it's crazy. Even thinking about like when I'm done, like, when will you be done? And people always ask me, oh, you're 26, it's time for you to have a baby. Like, well, how you gonna tell me it's time for me to have a baby? It's
Yeah.
my body. Right. Like, oh, your brother has two, your sister has, I don't give a I don't care. Like, I didn't get this far. You feel me? Like, this is my dream, you know, and I've been in school all my life. And then after I graduate my master's, I go overseas for the next 3 months after I graduate, I'm overseas. This is what I want to do. You feel me? And my first year, my family's like, come home, we miss you. I don't give a I'm having fun. Leave me alone. Y'all mind y'all business. And I hope they see this. Mind y'all business. I keep telling them too, like I really had to go off them a couple times. Like, yo, chill out. Because I just got to where I've been planning to be my whole life. And I ain't trying to hear nothing about come home or nothing. Cause I'm not even gonna see y'all. Like I come home, I'll be in the gym anyway. You ain't gonna see me unless you in the gym. So you ain't come to the gym, so stay home. Leave me alone. Like,
Yeah.
don't like
No, after the season, I'll be home for like a week, 2 weeks. After that, we'll see y'all. Got a job to do.
yeah. Yeah, I think my family don't understand yet. I don't know. It's my third year. You think they'd get it by now? I didn't cuss out too many of them, but they said we miss you. I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me, baby. We're together. Like when we learn, stupid. Hey, it is what it is. They gonna learn one day. That
One.
mission shut out one day. One day. So all right, we getting to the end of this. I got some questions for you. For a high schooler, a high school athlete, what would be your advice for a high schooler going to college? And then what would be your advice for a college student going to the pros or that wants to go pro?
High school going into college. At that age, I would just say find people that can push you.
Okay.
Because like I wasn't college ready until I got to my senior year where I was going against 10 people or 9 other people that not only wanted what was best for themselves, they wanted what was best for me, like
Mm.
to be successful as a team. So we all pushed each other to that level. Like we we that team that I was on, we hold the record for most wins in the season because we were just locked in. We were so into each other. Like we knew he's a scorer. He's gonna pass the ball. He's gonna block shots, get rebound. He's gonna play hard.
Your roles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
know what you do, know who you are, and then get those people around you that's going to embrace that. Like there's too many people in this world nowadays that's just gonna boost your head because they want to be around you and just lock onto that stardom that you have. Like that's not realistic. Like those people aren't going to stay around for a long time because one bad thing may happen and you'll never talk to them again. So like just surround yourself with good people. Like that's I really can't emphasize that enough because the good people that stay around, the
Mhm.
good, the bad, ups and downs, like those are hard to find. But you gotta find those people and stick to them. And the second thing is like I said earlier, just know your role. If you're a shooter, shoot, but perfect it. Going
Mm.
in college, perfect it. Know what you do. Don't if you're going to like if you're gonna do a lot of different things on the floor, you gotta find one thing. That's the only thing that's gonna get you into college. Like for me, they saw me and they were like, "Yo, he plays hard. He has some grit to him. He plays defense." That's who I am. That's
Mhm.
not something that I it's like, oh, I was a scorer here, so like let me go and try some defense. Like no, that's just something like I've always been good at. I
Mhm.
try to perfect it. Like I work on it. Like in the summer, there was when I do like conditioning workouts, I do things to help myself be better on defense. I work on my hips a lot to try to help my mobility so I can be able to turn and cut and go around screens and stuff like that. I work on that type of stuff so I can be the best version of myself when
Mhm.
it's going to whatever level it is. Like if you're good at getting to the basket and finishing, perfect it. Work on different type of ways to finish with different type of floaters, left hand, right hand, off the glass, hooks, whatever is going to be successful for you. You're a big man and you've never shot a three in your life. Don't look. I'm looking at you too. Don't try doing that now.
Oh, I know that. I know my ditch. I know what I got. I'm in the paint. I give you the corner shot, and I give you the free throws, like high post. The
Uh-huh.
threes. I've shot a couple threes, but that's only coming if I'm coming down trail and it's like 5, 4, 3. I got you, just in the
Yeah.
middle though. But
Yeah,
that's
like
me.
if you were back to the basket and you can't be stopped, why would you stop? Why would you go away from it? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Know your role, know what you do. If you're gonna perfect one thing, try to round out the rest of your game. Don't force it. Don't
Mm-hmm.
try to be more than what you possibly can do. And that's like I really like I hate watching people like over the summer like work on stuff that they never do.
Mm-hmm.
Never do. Like there's no reason in the world why I would be working on jump hooks, like post ups. None. 6'4", guard. Never gonna be in the post.
The boys are big. Where you at? They real big. That hook gonna be.
Like what am I really doing? Like why would I do that? Like no, I'm gonna
Yeah.
stuff like I'm gonna come off ball screens over the summer, trying to learn how to create, try to learn how to make the right pocket pass, the right skip pass, the right like I got to work on those reads. So
Mm-hmm.
like that's the biggest thing that I had to figure out. Like work on the right things. Don't try to perfect everything. Like, try to the entirety of the game. Nobody has that. KD may have that. Like Kawhi may have that. Braun may have that. Like those are 0.5% of the like 0.1% of the planet that can do that type of stuff. Like that's one thing. And then definitely for going professional, it depends on the avenue you're going. But like I was told by like one of the guys with the Mavs, and they told me like, yo, like in this league, there's a lot of people that can do one or two things exceptionally well.
Mm-hmm.
Exceptionally well. JJ Redick, shoot that ball.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Korver can shoot that ball. Steph Curry can shoot that ball. Steph Curry can shoot that ball. Steph can also play make. Steph's not going to meet you at the rim to block a shot. Like there's there's one or two things that everybody does exceptionally well.
Yeah.
But those like role guys, those role players, do one thing great, like perfect. Like if you're gonna play in the like what is it like 95% of the players in the NBA are role players. Like nobody's gonna go into the league as a rookie. Well, they can, but like as a young guy, just be like the man on their team. Like it's not really known. Like the Rockets are doing it. They're having some success with it. Like but like it's people have to make their own way. Like I was with Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith played defense, shot corner threes. Big corner three guy. Love he used to be in the practice gym, just launching them. Corner three,
Mm-hmm.
corner three, corners for hours. The whole practice, corner three. I
Yeah.
heard about PJ Tucker's workouts over the summer. Doesn't leave the corner.
Really.
That's where his shots come. Like he knows his role, he knows himself, he knows where he's supposed to be on the floor. Like there's just that's you have to figure out what you do well and just perfect it. And just when it gets to like going pro, don't listen to everybody. You gotta find the right agent. You gotta find the right fit. Like not every fit overseas is gonna be good. It's not always gonna be a great situation. The apartment may not be good. The money may not be good. The money may be late. Like it's
Oh, it's
not.
gonna be late.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
You
So
play
like
long enough, it's gonna be late. You don't know how time it's gonna happen.
first check came,
Especially if
my first year overseas. My first check came late. I was like, we just got here.
you take me back. So
Like
y'all lied.
like it's never going to be perfect, but
Yeah.
you just keep sticking it out and enjoy the game and love the game. Like you're gonna figure out ways to improve yourself improve your mental state, your family, just get closer with them, and just it like being overseas, like it's rough, it's rough. So like gotta get gotta hone in on your faith, like if you're spiritual, if you're not, if you're like whatever the situation is, just lock in and just try to enjoy the experience. 'Cause it's you may not be in the same country twice.
Yeah, for sure.
You're probably never going to play in the same league twice. Like it's hard. And if you can find a place where you can stick and have good conversations with your coach and meet the GM and have good conversations with them, like maybe, it's not a set in stone, but it's maybe. But like
No.
this life isn't for everybody. But if this is what you want to do and this is what you love to do it, man. Just do it. Just lock in and put your head down. Like you're gonna have to sacrifice a lot.
A lot.
A lot. Like I was supposed to go to public school. I was supposed to be with my friends I grew up with, elementary school, middle school. I was supposed to be hanging out with them, playing sports, doing this, that, and the third.
Mm-hmm.
Went to private school with a bunch of kids that I've never met you in my life. You're from a completely different way of life than I am. I went to boarding school 6 hours away from home with 120 kids. It was tiny. But like it's something that I had to do. It's something that it was meant for me to go to that place. It was meant for me to experience that life because I missed my friends. Yeah, I missed hanging out with them. Yeah, I never went to parties in high school. I had a strict Hispanic mother. Who gonna be there? Where are their parents? What's the number? When you gonna be home? Is there gonna be like I had to answer those? I didn't have the answers because I didn't know because I never went to. I sacrificed a lot to get to this spot. Like I know people can do it and people can go out and do this, but if you're going to really buy into this lifestyle, you got to be able to sacrifice and you got to be appreciative of the people that help you get there.
I think the younger you start, the better off you are because you develop the mental stability of what to do and what not to do. And this is a big reason why we're doing these videos and sharing our experiences with the youth because, well, shoot, if I knew what I knew at a young age, if I knew what I knew now at a younger age, I would be better off mentally. I'm not saying I don't know if I would be in a different place. Probably would. I'd work harder. That's something I'd change. I'd take it more seriously at a young age. I mean, I was in high school and we have practice, and then me and my brothers would walk to the park and just play pickup all day and go home before the lights come off. My mama gonna come get us. We did that. We walked 2 miles every day to the park just to play ball, and that was our escape. That's what we love to do. But had I known, maybe play a game with the guys and then go off and work on your handles or something like that because you're big, but you're gonna need them handles. Everybody needs some type of handles. So the more you have, the better. But had I known that, I would have went off to the side and worked on me more instead of just doing what I saw was fun. Hanging out with friends, things like that. Like probably missed out on some things, but it's okay because I learned them and I'm where I am today for a reason. And the youth, people that are watching this now can take the gems that we are pouring onto them, like these life hacks. Like if you guys take life seriously, you will get so far and you won't know until you get older, of course, if you did it or not, but it is what it is.
I knew now. I don't know where I'd be, but I feel like I would just be happier. Like I'd be more tired.
Yeah.
Like it's worth it. It really is worth it. Just taking it seriously, taking it, not taking it for granted. Because sports took me away. Like I could be anywhere right now. I don't know. Like without basketball, out of high school, out of college, I don't know where I'd be. I don't know where I'd be working, who I know. Like, but like I'm playing a sport that I love each and every day.
How long do you want to?
Till I can't walk.
So you need to buckle in and
Yeah, until I'm walking on the court, telling let me see that ball, young fella. Like that's when I'll be done. But
Come
like
on, Gramps.
like I just can't. It's just something that you gotta love, man. Like I really love basketball. Like I've been doing this for a long time, and I just want the best out of it. Like I don't want to cheat it. Like I've worked too hard to cheat it. I've
Right.
worked too hard to try to take a day off. You know what I mean? Like you need rest, yeah, but like that's afterwards.
Mhm.
It's just something you've just got to pour everything into, and it's not always gonna work. It's not always gonna work the first time or the second time, but it'll work eventually, and just got to have that faith in it.
It's really a part of your identity, especially you. Like since before you could form full sentences, you had a ball in your hand. Like what?
Hooping for no reason. I didn't know what was on.
Didn't even know. Didn't even know. But what do you do on your well, I know you say you're a gamer, but do you have any other hobbies besides basketball? Anything
Nah,
else you're interested in?
I play basketball. I watch movies, watch TV shows. Like that's like I don't really do much. Like I just try to just rest because when I am playing, I'm playing. I'm
Yeah.
back and forth the whole game, guarding who I have to guard. They got me out here playing guarding the five. Like I got to battle with bigs and stuff.
Your body hurt, you okay?
And I'm good. I love doing that. I've been my brother football. I had to
Oh yeah.
tussle with him a little bit, but like I love it. Like I love the pain. I love the hardship that I have to go through because it's worth it. It's something that I love to do. It's like it's not a job. It's hard work.
Yeah,
Like you can't call it a job if you love doing it every day.
that's true. That
So
is true.
that's
You're just
that's
lucky you get paid to do it. It's a blessing you get paid to do it.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Like I got
Yes.
like
Essential.
never in a million years would I think like, yo, when I get home from practice, whoo, to roll out that IT band. As a kid,
Yeah. You didn't know what an IT. I didn't know what IT band was till college, but
as a kid, it didn't matter if it was the crack of dawn. Roll that ball out, I'm good to go.
mm-hmm.
Stretching, I'm not icing after none of that. Now, walking out like
Warm up.
got ice bags on everything.
Hey, that's how it needs to be. Especially in high school, kids don't really know. Like I coach high school girls, and they don't understand. I'm trying to teach them dynamic warm up, mobility. Why we gotta do this? Oh, you gonna thank me later. You gonna thank me later because it took me to college to learn about this. I don't know in high school. Probably wouldn't have torn my ACL 2 times in college.
Hmm.
Probably would have been a little bit more limber and flexible. Like y'all, listen, you gonna do this because I said so. That's why. And you gonna do it right. Ain't no BS and no lunges or nothing. Get your knee to the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's a struggle, but like
It's what it is. I mean, everything's a struggle, really. Like you
yeah,
just gotta pick your poison. You gotta sacrifice something in everything that you do.
something. 10
Whether
minutes,
it's time, money,
something.
something. So, um, next question. Do you believe that everyone has a purpose? And if so, what's your purpose?
I definitely do. I think that everybody has a purpose. What's mine? I have no idea. Like I've always been like a very like personable person. I can talk to anybody. I don't like talking to people, but like like when you're in an airport and you got your headphones on and like just in your own zone and somebody like taps you on the shoulder. So ask you just always wants to ask you a question. That's always me. Always
Mm-hmm.
there on the shoulder. But like
Okay.
I can have a conversation with anybody just about whatever. I've been through a lot in my life. I've done a lot, but like I've always been known to just like help ease people's like minds or emotions, what's going on. Like so I feel like that's what I mean. Like if I was a coach, Like I have the ability to read just people. Like if somebody's just not having a good day, just yo, what's on your mind?
Yeah.
Talk to me. We can worry about basketball in a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Drill still going on. Like that's just I feel like that's really my purpose. Just help somebody. Just help people. As my dad was the same way. My dad worked in Parks and Rec. Like
Oh,
every
wow.
like, stories I hear about my dad, just helping people, talking to them, just being very welcoming to anybody and everybody.
Mhm.
Like that's how I am. My brother, exact same way. My
Really?
brother can talk to a brick wall for 20 minutes. Like he can just talk to anybody. We're just very just open people. We're just very willing to just express ourselves and just express what's going on and just care enough about the next person that we just help ease their pain, ease their mind, whatever. And I feel like that's definitely one of the big purposes for me on this planet is.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. You're definitely a personable person. I ain't gonna lie. I first met you, I thought you was a weirdo, but I'm a weirdo, so I was like, this guy is cool. So he just cracking up. So yeah, I definitely personal, goofy person, and think you bring the best out of people. So that's something great to have, especially in the world we live now. You deal with so many different type of personalities, and not everybody's gonna like you, especially overseas. There's always some type of like click, or you're the new kid, so it's like they got to get used to you, and you got to open up to them, and then
Yeah,
maybe they just maybe you guys don't click, on a personal level or whatever, but maybe you do. But you do know all y'all are there to do one thing, and that's to win. So you got to make it work either way it goes. So
yeah.
how it is over here. Um, what's something that you would tell the future you?
The future me.
Yeah. So wait, let me give you a visual. It's 5 to 10 years from now, and this video is still on YouTube.
Mm.
And you're watching this video back, remembering the conversation that we're having right now. And you're about to tell yourself something. What would it be 10 years from now? Probably still playing basketball.
If I'm,
Probably
I mean,
still getting kids up.
if I'm still playing, 5 to 10, I'll probably have a family by then. I
Yeah.
hope. Uh,
Okay.
just enjoy life, man. Just enjoy it. Like I did once, because like, basketball's not gonna last forever. Or the playing aspect of it.
Mhm.
I've experienced a lot in my life. I've been to different places. I've been to different countries, continents. Met a lot of people, but I've never really sat down like and embraced it all. Like I like going out in Turkey like to a club. Like that's not embracing. Like
Mhm.
I should have like well, well hopefully then hopefully in 5 to 10 I got a little more money. You know what I mean? But like just experience the world, man. Just enjoy your family, and embrace them, and just actually experience things. When I like me now, I'm in Texas. It's warm outside. I'm
That's nice.
I'm watching Game of Thrones inside. Like I got my car here. I could easily be going out and just seeing what's around here. Like I've never gone outside of the car wash, Walmart, and the gym.
Mhm.
So like back then, like when basketball's starting to slow down and I'm doing something else in my life, just embrace it and enjoy it and just take pictures, write it down, do something. Just make memories, man. Like that's really the biggest thing I'm telling myself. I don't like you asked me, do you have videos of me playing? No, I don't have videos of me playing basketball.
Yeah,
That's
that's the first time I've ever heard that.
like I
He
just
got highlights of himself. He said it's somewhere on YouTube.
that's just not it's just not something that I do. But like because I just don't. I try not to. Like I'm a big like live in the moment type of person. Like I don't picture, I'll just remember it. I'm not gonna remember it forever.
Right.
But like, just embrace it. Take pictures. Just loosen up, man. Like, I hate taking pictures. I hate like media day. I hate that stuff. Like
Makes
one,
you cringe.
yeah, I just don't like pointing to stuff that's not even there. Like what? Like I hate.
Green screen.
Yeah, like I hate doing that stuff. But like, enjoy it. Like embrace it. Like this is your life. Like you're not
Yeah.
gonna have another one. Like if wife, kids, enjoy it. Just be with them, hang out with them, embrace like whatever. Watch some stupid kids show with your kid. Like do something. Like
Mm-hmm.
but just
Make memories.
capture that moment and just have it forever.
That's dope. What would you tell your younger self?
Stop
You
being
know,
an,
yeah.
stop being an idiot. Listen,
What do you mean?
listen to your mother. Go work out. I would tell my I, when I was in high school.
Were
Hey,
you hard headed?
huh?
Were you hard headed?
Oh yeah. Like I like things just I don't want to sound like cocky, but like things sports in general just come natural to me. Like I could pick up like badminton and be good at it tomorrow.
Mm.
Like it just so like after workouts or practices, left. I never worked out after like outside of school or outside of practice or whatever. It was just practice game. I never worked out afterwards. Never did anything extra.
Mm.
I would just tell
You
myself,
weren't taught to, right? You were never told to. You didn't know that was a thing.
I know. Like I never had like a mentor that told me that. But when I finally did, I was going into I was just getting to Oak Hill. Like my AAU coach, Corey Alexander, just told me like, yo, like work, keep working. And when you're done working, work some more.
Mm.
You're gonna be here for the next 8 months. Live in the gym.
Might as well see how far it'll take you.
What else could you be doing? You can't drive off campus. Don't like there's no restaurants out here we can leave campus to go to. You don't want to sit inside where there's barely any Wi-Fi.
Mm.
You got a laptop to entertain yourself that school issued. Go to the gym. Just go.
Mm-hmm.
What's the saying? You hang around a barbershop long enough, you'll get a haircut. Just go to the gym.
Yeah.
Go in the weight room. You'll end up doing something productive. And I didn't learn that until I was 17.
Mm.
If I learned that when I was 14, just getting into high school, I would have been working on a jumper, working on going up ball streams. I would have had a completely different game.
Mm-hmm.
Just stop being an idiot. Just don't
I mean,
don't be dumb. I was 14, I wasn't doing anything. I didn't do anything when I left. I left
yeah.
school, I go home, I would just be on my phone.
This 10 times worse nowadays. 3-year-olds got iPhones. My
I had my first phone was a flip phone.
same, and I love that phone.
It had an antenna that you could pull out.
Oh, I ain't had that phone. That's crazy.
Yeah,
You're younger than me, so
had a
who
little,
had your phone?
it had a little slot on it where the camera you would go in and out of the phone.
Mm.
It was disgusting, but I used it. People don't know about hitting the number 4 times just to get to S. They don't know about that.
I love that.
I could text it out looking back in the day.
Yes.
I was nice at that.
You can actually feel the keys. It wasn't just a screen. You know where you at. You feel the bumps.
I know exactly what I was doing.
Man, you'll never know. And it's crazy because when we have grandkids, they're gonna be like, my grandma, my grandpa, they were born in the 1900s. Like, we were really born in the 1900s.
That hurts. 1997.
I'm 96. That's crazy. The 1900s. We almost weird, but dang, 1900s. And then like, dang, 20 years, it's gonna be 2045. 20. That's weird. That's so weird.
I ain't like that.
Like, what will happen? They said 2012 we was gonna have flying cars. They lied.
I did not like hearing that.
I mean, hey, I can't even fathom the years going up that high. I didn't know the years would go up that high. Like this,
What? 5 years? I'll be 30.
yeah. I
What?
mean, I don't think 30 is old. I think 30 is like the young, you should have your shit together age. You know, like 20s is like, okay, you figured it out.
20s is to figure it out. That's what the 20s are. Figure it out.
30, you gotta know what you're doing. You gotta know something. Something, please.
Yeah,
I'm gonna know shit. I don't know about you. I'm gonna figure it out.
yeah.
Ain't no
Nah,
way.
I don't got a choice. I don't know what's next, but it's gonna be good.
Yeah. I'm very big on like taking one day at a time, like go with the flow type thing, control what you can control.
Yeah.
So when it comes to life and thinking about the future, I think about it, but like not hard enough for me to like stress. I know what I want to do. I know what I want to be around, but if it doesn't go that way, then it is what it is. Because sometimes God has different things planned for you. Could be the total opposite of what you got planned, but it's better.
Yeah.
So you never know. Like the time you said you barely played in high school, and then you transferred, right? And you barely played again, and then you went to college, and then it was like rocky. Your senior year, it was like not. You felt like it was not enough, but yet, like look where you are now. All that is meant to happen. All that is part of your testimony. So it's just like you never know what you're going through, and like the best thing to do is just embrace the struggle, embrace the soreness, embrace the tight hamstrings, and just be glad that you're able to go out there and do what you want to do and love doing it. So that's a big part of life for real.
It really is. It really is. And then once you embrace it, then you get used to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because there's nothing worse than when you hurt for a little bit, and then you got to come back, and then you feel all that soreness again. And
Yeah.
all
Start
the
from day one, yeah. Or you gain weight and you got to go through that stage.
yo,
My chest is about to break off. Like it's not easy, but hey, you gotta do it. But you can feel your body getting better,
yeah, yeah. I'm in the process of trying to lose like 5-10 pounds.
Same. It's not easy.
It's not. I've never eaten. Like I have a bag full of mandarins right here. I've never eaten them before, but I gotta eat them.
I freaking love oranges. How
Gotta
do
eat
you
'em.
like oranges? You better peel 3 at a time and just eat them like once a day.
I never eat fruit, never eat vegetables growing up. Like I
Really?
didn't do it.
What is it? What is your household like? What did you guys eat? Like, what did your mom cook? You said your mom is
Oh, mom don't cook. Grandma.
grandma. Okay, what does grandma make?
It's all Hispanic plates. It don't matter what the plate is. It's got meat, rice, potatoes.
Mm,
That's
okay.
If it's a soup, got meat, rice, potatoes in it. It don't matter. Like that's just a traditional plate. Like those three things have to be on a plate.
Mm, meat, rice, and potatoes.
Everything else we can manage.
The rice and potatoes though, like this. Oh, you gonna be full real quick. Where's the vegetables? Now I understand. I understand.
A salad was on the side.
Oh, okay.
But
Optional.
I didn't get to the side. I never got to the side.
That's funny. And you just now eating oranges.
I just now started like trying to eat healthy. Like
Mm-hmm.
during COVID, me and my brother used to go to the track to go run. The cops used to come and kick us off because we weren't allowed to be outside. Like we couldn't do anything.
It's outside though.
That's what I said. Like, we weren't allowed to do anything. So like I ended up putting on some weight, and then I'm still trying to I lost a lot of it, and then I'm still trying to lose a little bit more to
Do you
try to.
feel like did you feel slower with your defense and stuff when you gained weight, or did you still have like the foot speed?
I still had the foot speed, and I could still move. I just couldn't like jump as high as I used to, or like explode as far as I used to.
It's crazy how that works though. It's legit like you put on weight as if like say you're at your best and then you put like 10 pounds, a 10-pound weight jacket, it's going to slow you down, And it's like, dang, that really slows you down. Like my knees started hurting. I'm like, oh, gotta go. Oh, absolutely not. I was doing hurdles and everything like a couple months ago. Now I look at a hurdle and I'm like, you know what? Not today. Not today. Not today.
Yeah.
Let me stretch a little bit more. Let me warm my knees up. I don't trust them. You can't trust them. Yeah, I gotta tighten up.
That's how it is though. Like there was I got hung on a fast break dunk earlier this year by myself. Nobody was around.
Ooh.
I usually do. Like I felt like
In
I
a
got
game or in practice?
in a game.
Ooh. What game? I wanna go
Nah,
get it.
nah, nah.
What if I just Googled it and put it up right here? Like, hey, this is what it is.
Nah. Then nah, we're not gonna do that. But
Okay, what let me know.
But like I told my teammates, I was like, yeah, that's never happening again. Never. That's never happening again. And now, like I had a fast break dunk the other day. I dunked the hell out the ball. Like just yeah, like I lost a few pounds and I just feel great now. Like I feel more energy, feel happier about everything. Like
you have more energy, right?
Yeah. Like I feel better about myself. Like more confident, more everything. So like it's the work you got to put in. Like things may not go well. You may get hurt. You may have to sit down for a week, 2 weeks. Come back even better. Just come back and just work it out. It's just how it is. It's how this life is. You're never gonna be healthy the whole time. Someone's always gonna be hurt. My coaches used to tell me in college, everybody in the country's sore. But what you gonna do?
You gotta embrace the soreness. I get happy when I'm sore because that means like my muscles are working, something new is coming in, I'm toning up. So I'll be in the mirror like, oh yeah, I see you. 3 more weeks, I'm gonna eat that little right there. Yeah. And I'm just,
You be in the weight room, you see a vein you've seen before in a while. You're just like, ooh.
It's popping. Yeah, that's crazy. How the body works. You just toning up, But sometimes, I'll be seeing a bag of chips. I just like, I'm gonna get these, but when I work out, I'm working a little bit harder because I need something. Because look, listen, these dry mangoes not hitting like they supposed to. Give me the Pringles, please. I'll take the Pringles.
I right now I ask my trainer every day, what's for breakfast, what's for lunch, what's for dinner. I don't deviate from what he says. I went to Walmart yesterday. Got the snacks he told me to get. Like I'm trying to.
You got it good. You got it good. Because I'm still trying to figure out. I'm getting tired of eating like the same type of meal prep type. But people say that if you eat like the same thing, your body kind of gets used to it, and you learn how to. I don't know. Your body just.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It just
digest it better, and it just comes in and goes out, and you just like flowing, But okay, last question.
All right.
What is something that you want viewers to take away from this interview?
Man, I would say when it comes to like my story from basketball, just don't give up. Because if I had given up on basketball my freshman year of high school, I don't know what I'd be doing. I'd probably be playing soccer somewhere. But like that's not the life I wanted. I didn't enjoy playing soccer anymore. That's not what I wanted to do. But like this is something that I love. Like I put blood, sweat, and tears into this. So like I was not prepared to give it up. I was not prepared to quit. I was not prepared to have just an ordinary life of not being an athlete. I couldn't do it. It just wasn't meant for me. And if I did quit, like how would I be able to look at myself? Like when things got hard, when things got tough, just folded? Nah. I put too much into this sport and too much energy into it just to give up and and just turn my back on it. That's definitely one thing that I would definitely have them remember. It's just like when things get hard, when things get tough, not only in sports but in life,
Mm-hmm.
just buckle up a little bit. Just tighten up and just face it head on, because it's never gonna be there forever. That struggle's not gonna be there forever.
Gotta embrace it.
You can jump over any obstacle if you keep trying. Like,
Mm.
if there's a mountain to climb, you can climb it. Like, it's nothing's ever impossible. But like, you have to be able to be that dedicated to where when something punches you in the face, punch right back and just keep going harder and harder and harder. Just figure it out. I was asking the coach, like, what can I do to play? What can I do? Like, do I have to guard this person? Do I have to work on my shooting? Do I have to do this in practice? Whatever. And he told me, I did it. I wasn't getting the results that he wanted, so I didn't play.
Mm.
1 year, same thing. What do I got to do? Just tell me. I got it. I'll do whatever. Same thing. Junior year, what I got to do? Did it. I was first team all Met. Like, I was
Took
hooping.
3 years though.
Yeah, it took me
Didn't
took me
give up.
to my junior year to start playing major minutes on a team that was winning, that was successful.
Mm-hmm.
3 years to finally be able to be on the court for a jump ball. Like, I was just chilling, just cheering my team. But I've always been a great teammate. I'm never gonna sit there and pout because I'm not playing. So what? Be happy. Whoever's in front of you, be happy for whatever opportunity may come. Like, you never know. Just stay ready.
Yeah.
You just quit and just tuck tail and run. Like, that's not what you're gonna be happy with. That's definitely the biggest thing I would tell them to take away from it.
Yeah, that's huge. The fact that it took you 3 years, of being consistent and being willing to learn and open to do whatever it takes. A lot of people can't do that. They're like, hey, I'm good at this. I'll do this. And they're like, no, coach says do this. I'm not doing that. He's like, well, you're not going to go nowhere. You're being stagnant. So just having that mentality and the coachable attitude and just, hey, coach, here I am. I'm an open book. What do I need to do? What can I do to do better? How am I doing this move? Am I going off this foot right? Should I fix my form? How do I do that? Like, don't be afraid to ask the coaches. That's what they're there for. They're there to help you, to mentor you, and to coach you. A lot of kids, especially nowadays, and I know this because I coach high school girls, generation is just very quiet. I have to threaten them to communicate. Like, y'all about to run if you don't talk. But had I not said that, they wouldn't have said a word. So we run it anyway because get it together. But in college, when I was in college, it was just like we had to. It was like talking. We had to talk. When the gym was quiet, we were in
Because
trouble.
we was on the line when it was quiet. That's
And the gym was quiet. It's all here. It's all here. Baseline. Oh, I hate that word. Oh, I hate that word. To this day, I hate that word. Baseline. Sideline.
sideline got me.
We got 17s, 18s.
There was one day, my freshman year, we'd lost to Michigan State at home by like 25, 30.
Mm-hmm.
We knew our coach walked in the next day of practice with shorts on. We were like, yeah.
What the shorts mean?
Shorts mean track. Just get ready to run. We ran like 15 17s that day. He said we're not done till it was time. Minute. We not done until everybody makes it.
Lord.
We got 7-footers arguing with each other. We got our senior over there holding the trash can while he running because he throwing up. Like, we was going through it. We were like,
You
those
ever
are
had somebody that faked it?
they was faking the fights. They were faking the fights. We could have more time to breathe before he blew that whistle.
I hate whistles. I hate whistles. I hate baseline. I hate sideline. I can't stand it. Or the coach sitting there, and you ready for them to say, go. And my coach always, it wasn't like a ready, go. It was baseline, go. And so when she said baseline, we were all looking at her mouth like this. So as soon as we saw, we was trying to go. It's like, get back on the line. Get back on the go. Like, what the hell? I thought she was evil. There are times like we had to wake up at 5 o'clock, really 4:30, be on the track at 5. And in Florida, it's dark, it's humid, it's like mosquitoes and locusts, and it's like, just sticky. At 4:30 in the morning.
At least, was it warm?
Yes, it was hot. It was hot, like you can't breathe.
I was doing that in the cold of Pennsylvania.
Oh.
We was doing 6 a.m. track workouts. He said, be on the line at 6 a.m. You get outside, it is cold, it's dark, don't nobody want to be there. First whistle at 6 a.m. We are out there in shorts and t-shirts.
Why? I would have been in sweats.
We didn't have sweats. That was for the road. That was for the road. Our rule was, if one person has it on, everyone has to have it on. So like if one it could be like 45 degrees outside.
Yeah.
We on the track. If one person takes his shirt off and starts running, everybody takes their shirt off, start running.
Are you serious? I get the clothes, but dang, like taking the clothes off.
One person takes his shirt off, everybody takes shirt off. Don't matter.
Oh, that's messed up. Dang. That's funny though. I'd be the one to come to practice with one sock on. Yep, right one. Take it off. Take your sock off. Take it off.
They would have made it too.
Wow, that's crazy. I mean, I used to want to. It was most of my freshman year. I was like, I'll take this shit, man. But like, I was never the one to like quit. I had teammates who was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not. And I'm like, we're gonna die if you don't go. So get up, or you're gonna have to fight me, because the only reason you ain't going to practice is if you go to the hospital. So get your ass up. Let's go.
I was there on time. I was there early. If I knew like 6 a.m. workout, we got to be there at 5:30. I'm gonna sleep in that locker room.
We had to get a ride from our teammates, so it's like if they're late, you're late, and we're all just dead. But I had the older teammates, like they knew they was quick, but they would left early too. They said, "If you're not in my car this time, you get in the left and you got to run to where we gotta be at."
We had I remember there was one day. 7:30 lift.
Yeah.
7:30 lift. We all got there. Somebody missing. We're like, yo, where's Jules at? We're like, I don't know. Everybody calling him, calling him. It gets to 7:30. He said, y'all know where he lives? Oh, Lord.
I'm about to go get the man out of there.
And we ran to his apartment. We banged on his door, got him out. We ran right back up. Did the entire workout. Man, college was fun. Like, those are the things you remember. I can't say I didn't enjoy that stuff, because I did.
Yeah. I mean, at the time it was not fun, but when you get older, you laugh about it. It's like, hey, remember when you died on the track and you threw up and you had to go? It's like, yeah, you shouldn't have ate them Takis, but like,
My sophomore year, we had a freshman come in, and it was a workout, just a freshman, just them. They told us, like, yo, like, if you're not a freshman, like, you can just come and watch. So we all pulled up. We were like, yo, let's see how he kills them today. One of the freshmen, after the workout, we went back to the locker room. We were having, it was 4 of them. We were having a conversation with 3 of them in the locker room. We were like, yo, like, where Tony at? Tony was asleep in the bathroom sink.
What?
Like, knocked out. We were like, yo, what? We walked into that and we were like, yo, Tony, you good?
Mm.
Nah, man, we were like, yo, woo.
This was after the practice.
This was after their lift, and it was only for
Oh,
the
the
freshmen.
lift.
They
At least
they
he
had
made.
got there, huh?
I said, at least he made it through.
He made it through. Yeah, he's playing overseas right now.
Go Tony! Shout out to Tony.
Tony doing his thing, man. But Luis was out there dying on that field. We went to whatever field we could: lacrosse field, football field, track, sand pit. Ooh, the sand pit.
The devil. The devil. That make everything burn. Just thinking about it. Just everything.
And there was
You
one.
think you're moving so fast, your arms like this, but your legs are.
There was one day he had us play football with weight vests on.
Okay, at that point, he just wants some entertainment because that's crazy.
We was out there. I thought I was moving. I got an interception. I took off. I thought I was gone. Not a soul. Yeah. I look up. I'm at the 30-yard line. I'm like, dang. You sure?
Man, you sure?
Yeah, dang.
Y'all ain't put these numbers in the right spot. I did about 80 yards by now. Yeah.
This a treadmill or something?
No, you know them workouts with the band? Like when your partner's holding a band and the band is around those long bands. The band is around your waist and you gotta those burns. So that's what it feels like in the sand.
The worst was when that snapped.
Oh, I ain't never happened to me.
That happened to me once or twice.
It broke or they let go?
It both. That happened one. He blew the whistle, and me and him were talking, and my coach started yelling, so I just took off.
Oh.
Oh, you heard?
You did it to yourself. When you get a whooping.
It was one of them silent yells where you just can't make noise.
That's what you know you feel, yo.
Oh.
Dang. I used to get whooping like that.
They don't do that in college no more, man. I swear they don't. I swear they changed everything from when we left.
Yeah, everything's so soft because nowadays a kid can make a complaint to the AD, and now your coach is in risk of losing their job because he told the kid to shut up and sit down. Like, what? We used to get cussed out. Like, none of my coaches never put their hands on me. One coach, like, one time she kind of like grabbed me by my arm, and I was like this, like, ma'am, excuse me, I'm a grown woman. Like, I mean, I'm in college, yeah. I'm probably like 20, 21. And she blamed something on me in the game. And then she was like, "Law." I said, "Huh?" And she's like, "That was you." I said, "No, it wasn't. It was Morgan." And I kept running. And I was coming off the bench, and she tried to snatch me up. Wrong player. She tried to snatch me up like this. Say, "Won't you ever talk back to me when I'm talking to you?" I said, "It was Morgan." And I said, I said, "No, you didn't try to snatch me up. My mama don't even do that. Me, I'm not your child. We the same height." Okay.
I remember one practice. We were just in our main gym just shooting, and we would just play. We just gone up and down a little bit. And one of the assistants, crazy. He was like, "You playing like a little bit." I was like, "Who's he talking to?" Like, who's he talking to? And the player was like, "Yeah, nah, you're not gonna talk to me like that. Like we can do whatever you want to do. You're not talking to me." I was like,
no.
I was like, my coach was like a 5'5" bald man.
Oh man.
My assistant. I was like, "Yeah, you need to move around. He's not playing. He is not playing with you right now.
Team
Coach,
Titans over here."
Coach, you better walk around. He is not playing."
Oh man, he thought he was too big. That's crazy. Yeah, sometimes coaches be getting out the line. Yeah, like, look,
a little bit.
I could really beat your ass. Like you don't even lift weights, buddy. I'm out here deadlifting 400, so I could really kill you right now. Just with one smack.
Our coaches used to get in the lifts with us sometimes.
Oh really? Okay, they were trying to keep up.
Yeah, they was trying.
You never know though. Sometimes just be like, yo, don't tell me to do that if you never did that. Like, don't ask me to do no stupid James Harden if you can't do that. Like, please explain, show us, sample, please. You can't do it. I don't. I'm gonna go over there on that side where the post plays belong. You, your guards, y'all go over here and do that stupid shit. I'm gonna go do some miking because that's what I be doing in the game. I'm not about to no stupid. You feel me? Like I didn't have coaches that's just like, yeah, we're gonna go behind the back and bro, you don't give that damn ball. And this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go to this basket. You gonna go get a pad, and I'm gonna go up. And every time I go up, you just hit the shit out of me. And if I don't make it, I got a consequence. That's it. That's all I gotta do. That's what happens in the game. I can be getting smacked in the face, like fingers all up my nose and everything. Like, come on.
Yo, that happened to me the other day. I looked at the ref. He said, "What happened?" I said, "What?" Man, just dug up my nose. You ain't see that?
Violation on another level, yo.
He did that like he was searching for something. Like, you didn't see that? He was like, "I didn't see it. I'm sorry." I still, I look a little harder.
At least he's nice about it. I was in Sweden and I got told, I said this yesterday in an interview I did, but I got told that, so okay, I was already in foul trouble and I'm big as hell. So like the refs, they always look at everything, right? And I was new to the league, so they don't know me. They don't know how I play. They just know I'm big as hell. So I already had like 2 fouls, I think, 3 maybe. But anyways, I'm playing careful, making sure I'm playing careful. And this girl drives, she beats my teammate, and I come over to help a little bit. She didn't even get to me yet. Ref calls a foul. I wasn't gonna touch the girl because I already know, you feel me? And I know she wasn't gonna make that shit. But so she driving, and I don't know if she tripped or what. She ends up falling, and I didn't touch her because she ends up at my feet. Like, how could I touch her? And her head is at my feet. Like, there's clearly a lot of space in between us. The ref gonna call a foul. I turned around, I said, "On who?" "On you." I said, "Are you serious?" I said, "How?" He said, "You're too big." When I tell you I was about to get black woman mad up in this Swedish gym, I just had to laugh it off. I was like, I just laugh it off.
I got a force field?
No, he said you too big. I said, "Sir." And then my coach had to sub me out because I think I had 3 or 4 fouls. And then she's like, "What happened?" I said, "That foul was not on me." He said I was too big. She said, "What?" I said, "Exactly." And I just wanted to go sit down. And I was just laughing like, I hate it here. Crazy, yo. Craziest shit I've ever heard in my life from a ref. You're too big. No, y'all just too weak. I'm sick of it. Take me somewhere else. Yeah, I was done at that point. Like, are you dead ass?
Nah, I used to love being overseas with the ref. I used to get them chippy calls. You play hard enough, you can flop a little bit.
When you're you, when you the biggest person, I don't flop. I'm too damn big to flop. I only flopped one time. That's when the girl was bigger than me, and she was coming down the court, and her coach just got in her ass because he was yelling at her in Turkish or whatever. And I was drilling her ass. It was the beginning of the game too, and he was like, called her name and said something in Turkish. She looked at him. She just got this angry like face, this angry like mad face. So I'm already down the court, and she just took the ball out. So after she passed the ball in, he said something to her, yelling at her. So then after she said that, she turned and starts straight at me. I'm just waiting for her at the 3-point line. I'm just like, here it is, big ass. So she comes, she bumps to me. Oh, I flopped. And then the ref called the offense. I said, "It worked." It worked. She said, "Oh snap, let me do this all the time." So then I started doing it too much, and then I got a warning like, "Hey, you're gonna get a tech if you keep flopping." I was like, "Oh my bad." Got a little bit out of control. It worked like twice. Yeah, but that was it.
I did that coming off screens, ball screens.
Oh yeah.
I just fell.
What if it didn't work?
It didn't work. I had to get my ass up then. Shit. Got a play to make.
was funny.
I used to do that in college too. I used to get all the young dudes that came into the league, like my junior, senior year. Like the handoffs, they changed the rule. Like you have to be at a complete standstill when you do handoffs. Like
Really?
running into that person. Every handoff that my man was getting the ball, I just ran into him.
We just swap.
Yeah, offensive.
Mm.
Every
To
time.
look at a moving screen or what?
Yeah, it's considered moving.
Wow.
Like they have to come to like a hop and then give him the ball. Never did it.
Wow. That's
I
nuts.
perfected flopping.
Get you out a lot of stuff, especially being a guard. Post player, I don't know. Because I'm big. I'm bigger than most of the girls I play against. So it's just like, or they're my size. And I was just like, I'm too big to flop. I don't know. To actually hit the floor. Like, I'll do like that type, if you really, because, one time in Turkey, I've never wanted to, I was never okay with going in jail in a foreign country until that day. But this girl, she couldn't like get in front of me. You heard what I said, right? Yeah, it took a minute to register, but I'm serious. She couldn't get in front of me to deny me, and I caught the ball while she was trying to get in front. I had the ball with one hand, kind of like this. She had this arm like already pinned, so I caught it, and she just fell and pulled me on top of her. I called her every word that I knew that was bad in both languages. And I knew we cuss word in Turkish. That's the first thing I learned when I came. So I said all of them. And it was like, hey. I said, man, I don't give a fuck. I'll beat your ass. On my face, boy. You about to get smacked up. Like, it's crazy. And there was another time this girl, she was older, and she's one of the oldest girls I ever played against. No, I like. But anyways, in Turkey, she was like one of the older ones. I was guarding her, and she was just doing the most. In the beginning of the games, the game just started. They're already like doing the most, and so basically, she dropped the ball, or the ball was somebody passing her the ball, and the ball fell, and she dove on it, and I dove on top of her purposely, just all weight, just and just laid there, and I had the ball. She sat up and punched me in my arm like this. Like this. I said, bitch. I gotta find the video, but she legit, like, it's real quick too. It's like, I landed on top of her. I kind of like roll a little bit. They call it jump ball. She like sits up and she's like, I'm just like, now if I retaliate, you know that.
Yeah, like I'm the bad one.
Yeah, it was just funny how she did it, because it was just like a hammer type like hit, like on my arm or on my leg. It was real quick. Just like, did you really just hit me like that? I will end your whole world right now. Stop playing with me. So ever since then, after that play, it was just like, oh, you gonna catch every single elbow coming to you, every single thing.
Deserved.
I messed her little scrawny self up. I really did. Her little old scrawny self. Sometimes. All right. Well, you answered every single question that I have. You did a great job, bud.
Thank you. I told you.
With your personable self. Yeah. All right. Well, the end of our interview. Appreciate you for coming out. Appreciate you for talking to the youngins,
Of course.
Giving your words of wisdom and whatnot, dropping your gems. And yeah, I wish you the best with your team and with this season. And maybe we could do like a recap in a few months and just see, what's been going on.
Yeah, we can do
a little update, something like that.
Yeah, that works. I do. Depending on where you at. I don't know where you're gonna be at. I'm trying to switch teams and all that.
Looking at my phone, I might be somewhere tomorrow, so it's really gonna be something different.
Yeah. Overseas, it's crazy.
It'd be like that. You just gotta be ready to go. I never really unpack. I never really unpack my bags. I just take what I need to wear.
G League is like that too. We one of our teammates from the beginning of the year got a 2-way with Philly, and we ended up playing him the next day. Like,
wow. How does it work with the plays and stuff? Like, do you think coaches be like, hey, what play they running over there?
like
It don't matter. It's like film, huh? You do scout and stuff, right?
scout. I mean, we have a game plan going into every game. Like we know, like we just go off like what they run the most.
Yeah.
Like we're not gonna sit here and like dissect all the plays or like whatever they run the most. Like we play the Mexico G League team, and they elbow out ball screens the entire game.
I hate that. I can't stand ball screens. And I don't even get screened like that. But when I find out a team is like, oh yeah, but they about to come set a screen for the post on the low block, I'm like, all right, bro, I gotta watch my back. I hate that. But I can't understand what y'all go through. Y'all be getting hit by the big dudes. Which is like,
I love it. I love that.
Communicate. If they don't, then it's over with.
If they don't communicate, I'm swinging on my bed. So like,
didn't I tell you to go screen? No, you 6'4". You're not little.
If I have to, I'll still jump up and punch somebody. Like, yo, I got a kink in my neck. Nah, I can't turn my head because you don't want to talk.
Slightly concussed.
Whiplash.
But Josh,
huh? You said something?
On stiff. Dang. You know, one time I didn't call the screen out for my teammate, and it was in practice. My coach was like, "You guys gotta call the screens out." I was like, "Yo, my bad." She looking at me, her arm dead. She's like, "It's all right." Just hanging right there. I'm so sorry, but girl, you know the play. You should have known that screen was coming. Stop being stupid. Like, I feel so bad. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
But all right, bud.
All right. It was great talking to you.
You too. We gonna get an update in a few months. All right.
All right, man.
Bye.